If you're someone that has customers and clients that you truly care about and want to be able to further and enhance their customer journey, you're in the right place. My name is Dayana, and I help women who are entrepreneurs and small business owners to build high-performing teams as well as to automate their systems and processes. So let's get into it. So I'm going to be teaching you all 5 ways today of enhancing your customer journey, things that you can actually implement this week. And so number 1 is going to be adding a personal touch. So that welcome email, it's going to be having a welcome email. It's going to be having a welcome video within that email, or just a text message that shoots them a video saying, hey, welcome to whatever the community is, or thank you so much for purchasing. We're so glad you're here. And letting them know how their purchase impacts your business and impacts you personally, because I feel like that's something that sometimes gets lost in translation, especially with a lot of the digital transactions that we do on a daily basis. There are so many businesses that are doing exceptional things with just making that personal touch, and so you want to be within that category of businesses that people remember whenever they purchase from you. Oh, I got a personal message from the founder, or I got a personal call from the founder, a personal video. Even if these things are automated, it's still nice for them to know that you took the time out to be able to make this video and are thanking them for joining you and for supporting your business, because they could support any other business, but they chose you. I know, for instance, I've purchased from a health and fitness brand, and I got some creatine and it was really, really nice that the owner, she actually, I couldn't tell, I don't know, maybe she's not the owner, maybe she's one of the heads there, but she wrote a specialized message and sent it off to me. That was really, really nice to be able to open up the box and see a handwritten note. It wasn't anything long, it wasn't anything highly personalized, but it was just like, thank you so much for supporting our business, Dayana. We really do appreciate you. Let us know if we can do anything for you. That told me that they took out the time to write that message, and people are not going to write on there to let us know if you need anything if they really don't mean it. Or at least you shouldn't. If you put that on there and you open up that door, just be ready to have some feedback coming back to you, whether that's negative or it's positive feedback. Hopefully it's positive, but just know if you open that door, then that is opening up the exchange for communication. And so that kind of takes us into number 2, which is making sure that you are going into your checkout process and auditing it. So sorry guys, my words are like just jumbled all together tonight for whatever reason. But anyways, audit your checkout process in your website. So go to your website, if you were a consumer, go through it and see, okay, this seems like an unnecessary button that they're gonna have to go through, or they have to scroll for days upon days before they even reach a call to action button for them to go to my sales page and purchase. If you're noticing that, that's not a great sign, and so you want to just go ahead and get on top of that. And the way to combat it is just to adjust it. So instead of them having to scroll, especially if they're on their phone, make sure that there's a call to action on just about every single page. So if they're on this page, there's a call to action. They might scroll up. There's another call to action right here. So every single screen that they're on, there should always be a call to action that is available for them to click on, because we know in this day and age, people want things quick, people want things fast, and patience is running super thin oftentimes. And so because we're so used to that instant gratification, it makes it hard for us to wait, and it makes us harder to be patient. And so if you're thinking from a consumer standpoint, if you're not wanting to scroll, they're probably not going to want to scroll. Okay. And so just make sure that it's really, really top of mind to always have a call to action, and then also optimize your websites and simplify them. So if you have one page that gets their information, then you have the next page that goes to an order form to duplicate their same information and then get their card number. Try to eradicate as many steps as possible. So if you can make it a one-step process where they see that they enter their name, their card number, and press enter all on one page, that's even better, because then they know exactly what to expect. Like I said, you do not want people to have to continue to click, and you don't want them to have too many barriers to entry, because that's going to dramatically affect the revenue that you bring in and how frustrated people might get with trying to go through. And frustrated people will not purchase. I can guarantee you that, because they will get tired of trying to figure it out. So another thing I would do is to automate a check-in message with them. So after they have purchased whatever it was, rather it's a course or rather you're providing them with a service, follow up in about 3 to 5 days and just ask them, hey, just wanted to check in, make sure everything is good. Is there anything that you need from us? Anything that we can do to make your experience more enjoyable? Okay, rather that's a service or a product, it does not matter, but you want to be able to get that feedback from them, because if there are any issues or say they're not as satisfied with a certain piece, at least it's better that you reached out to them versus them having to reach out to you, or them getting really annoyed and going to social media or going to Google reviews or going to Yelp reviews. We want to try to keep things internal as much as possible. We love reviews, especially positive reviews, and that is what continues to help our businesses to thrive. But we want to be able to be more proactive. So if you're sending out that email, that really doesn't even give them a chance to have time to think about, oh, okay, let me just go to Google. Because 9 times out of 10, people, well, I won't say 9 times out of 10. Previously, 9 times out of 10, people would try to email to try to get the issue resolved. Nowadays, people just go straight to social media and go on a rant. So do your best to stay on top of it. And even if it's not a super built out process, it might be one email, it might be one text message that's just touching in, letting them know, thank you again for your purchase. We really do appreciate you. Is there anything that you need from us to make your experience more enjoyable? Because we appreciate your business. And so that's just showing them that you care, that you're going that extra mile. Okay. Number 4 is when someone signs up, have something ready, like a mini FAQ, so a frequently asked questions page, or a starter guide. That way they know exactly where they're starting. They know the expectations of what is to come within the product or the service. And that will also help to eliminate a lot of the emails that you get on a regular basis with just questions that can easily be answered. You never know, and you don't think about how many questions we can actually answer ahead of time. So just go through your emails. If you don't already have an FAQ and you're like, I don't know what I should put on it, go back through your emails, see what types of emails you're getting. See if there's a trend with certain questions. Like if you're an event-based company, okay, when is this event? What time is this event? That can easily be an FAQ, and that can be answered on the website or on a PDF. It doesn't necessarily have to be a landing page. It can be a simple PDF that you email to them, and it has a list of questions and a list of answers. So that way, all of their resources are easily accessible to them and they will not have to email in. So that will also help to increase your productivity, because you won't have to spend additional time answering all these emails with all of the same questions. Those are things that could just be eliminated from the get-go. And so I would definitely make sure that even if it's not an FAQ, just a getting started guide. People love step-by-step resources to help to walk them through whatever it is that they just purchased. I cannot tell you how many things I've purchased from like Amazon. And I know it's not Amazon's fault because it's all different sellers, but I've purchased so many things from Amazon, and some things have a starter guide, some things don't. And it drives me bonkers when I don't have a starter guide, because I'm like, okay, well, what am I actually supposed to do with this? There should be some type of instructions. People are the exact same way with a service that you provide. So if you're an event-based service, if you provide different courses, if you provide different if you provide websites or anything of that nature, whatever it is, people want to know what they're getting themselves into and what they will be getting along the way and what the step by step looks like. It makes it a lot easier to manage expectations for people and make sure that you're over delivering when they know exactly what to expect. Because if there's a misalignment on expectations, that's normally where miscommunication happens. That's normally where someone gets a little bit more frustrated. And that can all be eradicated by just having a simple getting started guide, okay? And then number 5, which is probably the most important thing, is asking for feedback at a key interval. So say if it's 30 days after the service is done or 30 days after they have received their product, go ahead and just touch base with them. Send them a very simple email, send them a simple text and say, what can we have done better? It's not to, you shouldn't feel attacked when you do this. you should want to have that feedback to be able to better your organization. And then making sure that you take that feedback and actually implement it, because I know some people will just take all the information, take it, and they just harbor it. But you actually have to take that information and do something useful with it, because that's the only way that it's going to actually better your business. So it also shows your consumer that you care about what it is that they are feeling, or how they feel about the product, or if something's not up to par. It shows them that you actually care and are taking out that time to ask them that question. And then make sure that you respond. Responses are so important, because you can send out an automated email, and if they email back in and then no one responds, it's going to give them that sense of not being as personable as we want this to come across. And so make sure you have, even if it's yourself or if it's someone else, answer the emails. Just answer the emails. Say thank you so much for responding. I really do appreciate that. We're definitely going to take this into consideration. This helps us with bettering our business and being able to serve you in an even better way. And something as simple as that goes a long way. And so I just encourage you to do everything that you possibly can to enhance your customer journey day by day, bit by bit. And these are 5 ways that you all can use to enhance your customer journey this week, guys. This is huge. And so if you enjoy this is actually day 20 of my 100-day challenge. I will be posting 100 videos, so 1 video every single day for the next 100 days. Just giving tips and tricks on all the things that I've learned from being a previous director of operations of a multi-million-dollar company, and just wanting to be able to help to give back and show you all what's out there, making sure that you all are leveling up as well. So if you enjoy this content, please subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow.